Hi everyone, it's Shar and welcome back to my channel and welcome to our first country living create sim. So you all know I don't use in-game content anyway, but I was excited for this pack as soon as I saw the trailer for it, which surprised me because I was not one of the people who was like, I want farming in The Sims 4, but I liked that it seemed like it was meant to be inspired by England. I liked all the farm animals, surprisingly, but mostly I liked the new lot traits and the groceries, and just there's a bunch of things that I'm excited to explore. And I went back and forth about whether or not I wanted to do a new series on this or whether I was going to just move my Whimsy Stories family, and I decided to do both because I am me. So what we're going to do is that we're going to play some of the country living aspects when we get to generation 2 of my Whimsy Stories challenge, but we're also just going to have like a mini series of us playing this family, the creative sim you're seeing, in country living, just so that I can play it. It can be really chill. We're not focusing on any challenge rules. It's literally just about exploring this sim and her life. I thought that I would not be able to get a video posted today, and that was very stressful for me because I just created an upload schedule where I upload every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And it's like, it's not even been a week. I need to get a video up, but today has just been so chaotic. You can hear some of the chaos in the background, but I just had a lot of meetings to get through, and it is one of the days where I work until 7 p.m. So it is now 7:25 p.m. and I was able to record this video and I'm doing the voiceover for it now. And you would think, considering the fact that I just finished making this sim 5 minutes ago, would mean that I remember her name. But I do not remember her name at all. But I know she's really cute. And something that I've been struggling with, which you all know, is making Sims that look different. Even if I use different features, I feel like all of my Sims tend to look somewhat the same and that I gravitate towards a certain look. And I don't know how to break that because I keep trying to use different features, but I'm going to keep working on it. So this Sim is loosely inspired by me. She is not my Sim self, but she's loosely inspired by me. And I wanted to do something interesting with her because something that I do as someone with very, very curly hair and just being me is I will sometimes wear my hair very, very curly, and sometimes I will just straighten my hair and put it in braids or like curl it when it's straight so I can have a different curl pattern. And I wanted the sim to have variation in her hairstyle. Her hair length doesn't really match up because if you have curly hair or you know anything about curly hair, you know that if you have really long curly hair, your hair is even longer when it's straight because of shrinkage. But you know, use your imagination. Bear with me. It's loosely the same length. So I don't know much about the sim, but I know that she had a full-time corporate job. She actually climbed the ladder very quickly. Our girl is approaching her 30s, so she's definitely not a new young adult, but she is still a young adult. She realized she fucking hated working 9 to 5. The corporate world was not for her, and she was just trying to meet the expectations of those around her before she decided, this ain't for me. I'm gonna go move to England, which good for her for getting a visa. Like, damn, girl. But she said, I'm gonna go move to England, and I'm gonna go live in a cottage and be a farmer. Now, she did not come from a lot of money, but her family wasn't poor. Like, they were relatively well off, but she had a great aunt who moved to England, passed away recently, and left the house to our sim, and that is where we're going to start our challenge. Some things you should know about this sim right away. She is definitely not interested in having kids, so this is not likely to be a legacy. She knows that she doesn't want to have kids. It's not something that's in her future. It ain't for her. Our girl also is really chill. Her ideal time is time spent indoors, and she's relatively nervous about moving to a small English countryside. She's been to England before, but she's never lived there before, and she's curious about what it's going to be like, especially because she doesn't drive. Good for her that this is a Sims world, and she doesn't really need to drive, but if it wasn't the Sims world, I imagine it'd be really hard to live in the countryside and not drive. So I did a combination of custom content and some of the stuff that came with the pack in this, but you all know I use CC. I don't use in-game stuff very often. I'm going to tell you my honest review of the Create Sim items. I didn't even look at hair for this pack, and it's not that good. Like, I have Max's Match CC that looks better, and I think University like really hit the mark with fantastic game content for Create a Sim, but the Country Living stuff was not it. It kind of looked like someone took a photograph because they were like blurring. Like they take a picture and then they put it in the game and the sim wears it. Like that's kind of what it looks like, and I was not a fan. But I did like that it came with a lot of shoes. I think there were at least like 4 or 5 pairs of shoes in here. But as always, you know I absolutely love this sim and I'm really excited to play her and just get to know her. I'm gonna do the I'll say the Create a Sim. This is the Create a Sim. The speed build for her cottage as well. And you already know I love all shit paranormal. So of course she's going to move into something that is haunted by something. A house that is haunted by something. Whether that be a ghost, memories, something like that. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a hostile energy. And I don't think I'm going to use like the haunted house trait because that would be intense. But I might use the haunted trait that comes with the game. If you don't play The Sims, that's fucking confusing. And you're like, what? Is that not the same thing? It's not. It's not going to be a haunted house. It's going to be a house that has ghosts. Different. But for her hot weather, I was willing to be a little bit more lenient with using the in-game stuff. So you can see this really cute top that came with Country Living. I think it really fits the aesthetic that we're currently in right now. I mean, this is pretty close to how I dress in my day-to-day life, and I like that the sleeves tie. And what I try to do with her hair, I'm going to keep talking about her hair because it's so important, it's something that I want to do for her, is that when it makes sense for her to have straight hair, for her to straighten her hair when she wants to, is when she has straight hair. So for her everyday outfit, she has straight hair. For her other outfits she does, but then for things like swim and hot weather and her workout outfit, she has her curly hair, because if you know you're going to get your hair wet or you're going to sweat, you're not going to waste time and effort and putting damage into your curly hair by straightening it, knowing that it's going to be exposed to high amounts of moisture. So that's what I went with there, but I'm really excited. Hopefully I remember her name as soon as we see it on here. We did get a couple of new traits that came with it. I gave her this animal one because my girl definitely wants to have a cow and a llama, and I also gave her the new aspiration that came. It's the nature aspiration, and it has something to do with Country Living. I don't know. I haven't even watched any videos of anyone playing Country Living because I didn't want to spoil it for myself. I don't know anything about this pack at all. I didn't watch anyone's videos. I've only ever seen the trailer, so I'm excited to go into it and just explore and get to know what it's all about. I clearly struggled with finding her name, so hopefully I remember what I name her now. Carly. So this is Carly. She is our Cottage Living Sim. We are just coming to the end where I'm showing you some close-ups of her new outfit, her hair, her face, all her clothes. You already know the drill, but if you enjoyed this episode, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. I would say turn the notifications on, but I don't really care if you have the notifications on. That's a YouTube algorithm thing, but if you want to support me, you go ahead and turn those notifications on. As you know, I post new videos every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. We play Not So Berry, we play 100 Baby, we play Whimsy Stories, and now we're doing this kind of side series that I'll just play around with for me to explore cottage living. So with that said, we are coming to the end of the video. There's only a few more outfits for you to look at, including her swim, her hot weather, her party. So I'm just going to end the video here, and I will see you all in the next part where we build Carly's haunted cottage that she inherited from her great aunt, because I've been reading too much fiction recently. Okay, bye everyone.